Hello, let's start with the installation of PostSoft Africa software. So this specific example is our school management software. You can have the link anywhere. So these are the links to download our school software. So will just copy one of them, or you can just click. Wherever you click, it will open your browser. So I will just paste the link here. We are going to see how it is being downloaded. So when you have this, I will just have to click on downloads. So everything that happens here, you will need to ignore, because firstly, our software is certified. It has an international certification license. It is having a certificate. That is what I meant, please. So our software is having a certificate. So this is just because the file is too new on the internet. Many people have not yet downloaded. Why? Because this is a new link. We have to update the former link. So that is why Windows will have to show you these messages of caution that you should be careful, this and that. Ignore, please. There is so much safety with the software. So once you have this, you just click on downloads. Once you click on downloads, your download starts. Then you just have to be patient depending on the speed of your internet. So it's almost done. Let's observe what happens. This is where it matters much for most users. If you look at this, you don't have to click because it is not downloaded. You just have to read. Like I said, this link is still new on the internet. That is why the system is trying to warn you that it might be a dangerous software, this and that. You have to ignore this place. Don't click on this bucket. You instead click on these three dots here. You click here, you take keep. You click on keep. After this window opens, you can see right now that this software itself is licensed. It is certified. We have a certificate that is running. So it is authentic. So you don't have to be afraid. You have to come here. Don't click on delete, please. Click on this drop down. You take keep anyway. Then now it is going to resume, and finally the download is going to be completed. Just be patient. You don't have to click. You have to wait. Now it has changed. Now you now see open file there. It means it is ready. So maybe you can just come to this folder here. You click on this folder. You hold on a little bit because it is still white. Normally Windows Defender is scanning. Just hold on a bit. When it is still white, it means your antivirus is trying to scan to see if it is malicious, if it is a malicious software. Just hold on. It is going to show us our logo. Now, once the logo is okay, as you can see, you just right click. You must right click. You don't click, you click on the right. You must take run as administrator. If not, you might install it, but it will not work. You are going to encounter a lot of errors. So you must take run as administrator. So I click run as administrator. And we are going to have a pop-up. At times, this pop-up may not even appear. It's going to hide itself somewhere under here. So you have to search for it. You click before you see this. So you take yes. You need to take yes. Once you take yes, we have to wait. Be patient. It is analyzing your system to see if you meet the requirements. So just be patient. It's going to pop up again. Right now, the window just appeared. You click on next. You accept our license. You can read. You accept the license. Then you take next. Now the installation begins. So depending on the speed of your computer, you will just have to be patient. But it should take less than a minute. It's almost at the end. It's almost at the end. So now it's creating a shortcut. It has dropped a shortcut on here. So you don't have to do anything. You just have to be patient. It's going to launch the interface automatically. So you just have to be patient. Be patient, please. You don't click anything, just be patient. So it launches the interface automatically. It is loading. Just be patient, please. Good. Now you have this interface. You just have to activate your 7 days trial. Just click activate a 7 days trial. Once you have that, just click on login. You don't have to click anything. You don't have to enter any password. It is already there for you. You just click on login. Once that is done, it brings you to the dashboard. You have the dashboard. Yes, so sorry. Trying to adjust the screen to fit into. Okay, you have the dashboard. Yes, the way you see the buttons, that is not the way you are going to see on your computer. Here, the buttons are a little bit scattered because of the way we are doing the recording. We are recording it in a visual system, and the screen of that visual system is too narrow, it's too small. So this is not how we are going to see it on your computer. On your computer, they are going to be organized. So forgive us please. Understand this. So once you have this interface, the first thing for you to do is to do an update, because by the time you have installed this, it might be over a year, it might be over like 6 months ago or 3 months ago. Meanwhile, we have a newer version, we have a more stable version. Maybe some users have reported some features, some new features, this and that, and we have amended or release an update, and the version you have is not having. So the first thing, which is advisable and somewhat mandatory, is for you to come to administrator. You click on activate updates. Make sure you have an internet. The software itself, you don't need internet to use it. It works offline. So you just connect to the internet if you need an update. You need support. So you click on activate updates. You make sure you have an internet connection. So I've just clicked. You have to wait. The page is going to reload and you are going to see a pop-up. The pop-up is going to fetch the latest database and file updates from the server. So just observe. Thank you. It's going to pop up. That is it. So the updates is in progress. Database and file updates, they are in progress. Once the updates is done, it's going to automatically reload and you will land on your dashboard and free to begin your exploration. So once the update is done, like you can see, it brought you back to your dashboard. The next thing for you to do, this interface is just for you. If you watch our video, you can test. It's for you to test the existing report cards. Some sample students are already there. You can open some report cards unless you have watched our video on how to access the more report card. But for a school that wants to start afresh, you just have to clean the system, delete everything there. You come to administrator here, you click on reset, delete your data. Once you click, you take yes, reset, and you take OK. Now this interface is like, it is an intermediate step. It is like trying to warn you that if you proceed, everything will get lost. So we just want to be certain that you actually want to delete. So you click on this red button, you take yes, you take OK. So it's processing. Once it deletes everything, it will take you back to the login page. You will have to log in again. So the only thing you have to do is to click on login. So now it takes you to the configuration page. This page is there to help you for quick configuration. You don't need to say, how do they configure or how do we create a class? Just follow the instruction. The first button here, ajouter, add a teacher. The second here, upload teachers. The second, you can add a whole lot of teachers, many teachers automatically with Excel. But as we proceed, always use the Excel option if you have watched the video on how to import teachers, or if you have if you have read the documentation on how to import teachers. So for easygoing, this is a manual option here. You just click on add a teacher and click on this, and you can add in a teacher after the order. So you can add as many teachers as you want. So I will just click on add. Here we've made the system so simple. We have already fitted some default values here. You can always modify the teacher later to put the right phone number, the real phone number. So here you can put test as teacher. You can put a test there. Then the password, usernames are already there for you. If at all he has an email, you put, but we have fitted in a default email for the teacher, so you don't have to mind. You just have to fill this portion. You scroll a little bit back down. That should be all. Just the name. Every other thing you can always modify later. You take submit. So at least we have created a teacher. So you can keep on adding. You can keep on adding. So that is that. So you can go back to the configuration page by clicking on the go back, or you click on return to dashboard. So I'll click on go back. So once I click on go back, you hold on a little bit. This place is going to be populated. The next thing too, you have to add a class. You have to follow this order. You can add so many classes with Excel, but unless you have read our documentation or watched the videos on how to do importation with Excel, so you will use the manual option, add a class. So here you always use the add button. You add a class, put test there, or whatever class name you want, or say form 1. If it is form 1, you come to teacher, you can test, put that as class teacher. Along the line you can change, you can always update. Here if you put form 1 belongs to which kind of section? Is a secondary section or a nursery? Normally it's secondary. That is why you choose. So for each class you create, you choose the corresponding type. So we have form 1, we take submit. So when we click on submit, we can keep on adding other classes. So once we are done, go back or click on return to dashboard, and it will take us to the next phase. So at least we have created a teacher, a class. Now let's also insert a subject. We can use the manual option, or we'll use import with Excel, unless you have read the documentation or watch our video on Excel importation of subject. So we'll take the first option, upload subject. So we can add. You just call it maths. You can put the same thing here, maths. Those who have coefficient, if it's coefficient 5, you fit in here. Sorry, subject code, maybe it's 590, or maybe for the Cameroon system, 420, and the rest. It is not mandatory, so you can always leave it empty. Even the coefficient is not mandatory, but coefficient 5. Now, this is the way they are going to appear at the level of the report card. We have a science subject, art subject, and the rest. So you can group subjects in terms. So you must choose at least one. Even if it's not important, you just choose group 1. Then the class, you just take from 1. The teacher, you select this. Does this subject belong to a primary or secondary school? You just take your secondary, like I explained to you. Every other thing, you just scroll down, you take active. Then you take submit. So at least we have created a subject. So you can keep on adding other subjects by clicking on the add button here. Let's go back. So if we are done with teacher, classes, and subject, it is going to pop up here for the next stage. Now we have something here which says register a pupil and screen NLF, or you can import them. You can import so many of them with Excel. So unless you have watched the importation with Excel, now you can do this. So let's go to the manual option. We click on this. So once we click, we take on ads. The students admission page has been made very, very simple. You see, the only thing you have to do is to put the name of the student. Let's say this is the name of the student. Let's say this is the name of the student we have just fitted. Then the admission date is just there. This is a default admission date. It's for those who just want to fill in the form very fast. People want something that is easy. That is why we have fitted in this information for you. Everything that is read here is mandatory. You must fit in before you can submit. If not, they will not submit. That is why here at the level of birthplace, you see 3 dots here. It is already entered for you. Place of residence too, there is only 3 dots. So unless you want to fill them, if not, you just put the name of your student, you put the phone number, date of birth, this and that. Otherwise, just select the class, select the section. The matricule is given for you automatically. It creates matricule for students automatically. This is the best method, unless you want to personalize the matricule. So once you do that, the students that is already there, you just take submit. So you see that a student is already created. You have your student here. Now you can go back. You can go back. It's going to load for the next option. Now the next option are competencies. Even if you don't need them, you will have to enter them to go to the next stage. You should be able to go to the next stage, or you can come here, you click. This is a quick, you click here, you can choose any option here. So you know that you are fitted in the teacher, the class, the section, the section maybe do not appear. Upload subject with Excel subject. We have also registered students. Define grade points, remarks, competencies, discounts, income types, expenditures, define salary types, upload class master and director signature. They are all there. So you can click on any of them and it will land you directly on those configuration page. It will make life easy for you. Academic year, configure exams, configure terms. These are created for you automatically. Don't bother about this for now. After you are done with all of this, maybe you can come now and change the names of this thing to match your school. So to make things easy for you and not to avoid complications, we made this available for you automatically, auto-created. So that is that. So once you have filled all these steps, once you have followed all these steps after watching our videos, the next thing is just to say, okay, you are done. If you are done, you click here so that it stops the configuration. You click yes, update, I am done with all the configuration. So I've clicked and automatically it will take me to my dashboard and you see that everything is 0. It has deleted everything except the student that I just registered, the teacher I just registered, and these are default employees which you can modify, delete as you want. So that is that with our school management software. Thank you.